What's up everyone, your friendly neighborhood onesie guy here, and we have another card review today. And yes, I know I didn't review any of the cards that were revealed over the weekend. I took a bit of a break, but on the other hand, my hair does look absolutely fucking fantastic today. So I'm pretty proud of that at least, and if you're not so much of a fan of today's video, at least give a like for my hair, because, well, this does take some work sometimes. Anyway, let's go into having a look at the first card for today. And it is a new secret for Hunter. Emergency maneuvers. When a friendly minion dies, summon a copy of it. It's dormant for 1 turn. So I really like this secret. I think it's going to be a really powerful addition to Hunter. A lot of the Hunter secrets that involve minions, you either need to attack them or with your face or with another minion for them to activate. They don't really work as countering spells, so you can just directly remove a minion with a spell, and a lot of the stuff, it doesn't activate, nothing happens. So with this, it basically resummons that minion, and it's dormant for 1 turn. Now here's the thing, say this is a Colossal minion and it summons a copy of the Colossal minion, you're going to get the appendages back as well. So I think a lot of the stuff that we are seeing are playing around the keywords of summoning and what summoning actually means, not just from hand, from deck, or playing. So when it says summon like this, I think it's pretty interesting that it works into, it works in favor of the Colossal minions. However, the dormant for 1 turn, I'm not sure then if the appendages would be dormant as well, or just the main Colossal minion itself. We'll have to wait and see what kind of interactions those have. I'd be assuming seeing it is summoned, the appendages would just come back, and the minion itself would be the only one that's dormant for 1 turn. But yeah, in my opinion, this is a great card. I don't see any problems with it, and hopefully it lands on the correct target that you want to resummon. Resummoning a 1/1 with dormant that has no effects maybe might not be that great, but also helps you keep a specific minion in play that may add to some other effects later on. Next up we have Glaive Shark, a 4-mana 4/3 beast for Demon Hunter. Battlecry: if your hero attack this turn, deal 2 damage to all enemies. So pretty neat. Seeing that Demon Hunter, has only 1 mana attack, this can most of the time do that, deal 2 damage to board. You're getting some board presence as well with this minion. So you can use this to tidy up the board, clean up some minions you've knocked down to lower health, or just deal some extra damage to those, or if the opponent has a taunt in the way, and you can survive attacking the taunt minion, this will deal 2 damage to all enemies. If the opponent is on 1 or 2 health, you can actually end the game with this. So there's a lot of uses I can see for this card, and I personally think it will definitely see a lot of play, especially in more aggro based decks. Next up we have a Bissell Depths, a 4-mana spell also for Demon Hunter. Draw your 2 lowest cost minions. I'm not sure what great low cost minions you would be running in the deck. I would have to have a look at the types of builds that Demon Hunter would be running. However, this is just a 4-mana draw 2, which in a sticky situation can help you if you are playing the quest Demon Hunter. It can help you progress your quest in that way. It may have some other shadow spell synergies down the line if there are some cards that synergize with shadow spells or synergize just with spells played. This you could also just play out, progress your quest, and if you have a naga in hand that requires you to have played a spell while it's in your hand, you can perfectly use that as well. So I think this is a very decent card. I'm not sure what cards are rotating out for Demon Hunter that involve them, drawing things from their deck. So this may actually find its way into a Quest Demon Hunter deck simply because they may have lost out on some other draw mechanics. But yeah, it's pretty decent to get some good minions in hand, especially if you know that the minion that you do want is in your deck. So all around a decent card, and I definitely think it will see some play. Then we have School Teacher, a 4-mana 5/4 neutral naga. Battle Cry, add a 1/1 naga link to your hand. Discover a spell that costs 3 or less, teach it to it, and you see there the naga link, the Battle Cry, would then be the spell that you discovered. So I think this is a pretty powerful card. First of all, you are getting some decent stats, a 4-mana 5/4 on board, so a decent body. Discovering a spell would obviously be, it doesn't say from your class, so I'm not sure if this would be a class-based spell depending on what deck you play, or just any random spell. I would assume it's a class-based spell, so if you are maybe running this in a quest hunter deck, you could get some a body on board. You might need to target a minion to activate your quest. This also might get you some more damage, and additionally might get you just more spells to either progress your quest or just end the game on the spot. There's a lot of different uses for this card in a lot of different archetypes. If you're playing this in Shaman with the new elemental, you could end up getting a fire spell that ends the game. You could end up getting a frost spell that helps you survive. The nature spell effect wouldn't really have much on this because you'd have to play the minion, and it's the minion cost that counts. So most of the time you're getting pretty decent value, just because it's a spell that costs 3 or less and you're paying 1 for it. So you could be paying 1 mana for a 3-cost spell at best. There I can see a multitude of uses for this card. You can get card draw from it if you need it. You can get damage from it if you need it. It's a very versatile card, and I can definitely see this seeing play, especially it being a naga. It can form into other spell and naga synergies. So I can see this being a staple of a lot of decks, a lot of archetypes, and a really powerful card all around. And finally, we get to the big guy for today, the new Colossal minion for Shaman. It's a 7-mana 3/5 Colossal +3 Glug the Gulper. After a friendly minion dies, gain its original stats. So first of all, you are going to summon 3 of these tail parts, so Glug's tails, and each of those are 2 mana 2/2 beasts with taunt. So if you're playing a more board-based game, you can guarantee that those might die. Even if you're using things like evolve, you've got 3 other bodies that you can evolve into other bigger things. The main thing that I think is pretty powerful with this card is it does not say that when one of the tail parts dies, it's when a friendly minion dies. So it's not only those tail parts you summon, but any other minion that you have on board while this is in play, it's going to gain those original stats. And I'm glad they mentioned original stats, not current stats, because if you buff minions that are on board, it won't gain those additional stats. It will just gain whatever the baseline stats for that minion was. Even if that minion was decreased in stats, it will still create the baseline, which is also pretty cool if you play something. I want to see how this works though. If you play something with Tiny Toys next to this, Tiny Toys, as you know, summons stats that are 2/2. However, if it takes into account the minion's original stats, so not the summon version, you could get some pretty big things going into this, and this could become quite a monster of a card. So there's a lot of potential here. The baseline stats aren't that great, but it has the potential to ramp up really quickly. And also with Shaman running different kinds of builds, this summons you for 7 mana. It's going to summon you 4 minions, which you can use something like Bioluminescence to give them spell damage, and possibly just end game on the spot. So I see many uses for this card, a very powerful card in my opinion, and I'm sure if we're going for a spell-based Shaman deck again, this may factor into that just because of the amount of minions it puts on board for you to give that additional spell damage to. So yeah, that wraps up the video for today. Thank you guys for watching. There will be some other videos dropping today, and I will make sure that I keep up to date on the next 2 days. We are coming to the end of the card reveals, so I'm just really excited to see what the rest of it holds, and then super excited to see what they are going to be doing with the core set moving forward. So I hope you enjoy the rest of your morning, afternoon, and evening, wherever you're watching this from, and I'll speak to you guys again soon. Bye for now.